and welcome to class. Today we are going to be focusing on opening up the torso, stretching through the side body, and just a general good wake-up routine for your Tuesday morning. So let's begin. Find a comfortable place to sit and just sort of wiggle out through the body. Take a deep breath, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, pull your elbows down and just wiggle down into a quick meditation, finding your spot on the mat, taking everything off of your mind and just placing it on the ground next to you. Relaxing into your body. And as you breathe with your eyes closed, feel all of the stress and anxiety or excitement just sort of melting off of your shoulders, melting off of your belly, melting off of your knees. And just enjoy breathing. Notice what's going on with your body. If there's any place that feels tight or tense, just send some breath to that spot and feel it relax. Deepening your breath. As if you're trying to pull your breath down into your hips and down into your feet. And when you have that breath going into the ground, see if you can grow a little taller through the spine as you inhale and exhale, relax the shoulders, just getting a little more space through the torso. All right. Taking a deep breath in, rise up through the crown of the head, grow nice and tall. Exhale the chin down to the chest. And we'll let it hang here for a few breaths. Feel the back of your neck opening up, getting longer and taller. One last breath in. Exhale your nose a little farther towards your heels. And we'll inhale, rise the head up to center. Deep breath in. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. And same idea, once you get here, just relax. Feel the stretch through the left side of your neck. You can drop your left hand to the floor. The right hand swoops up and over. Very gentle here as we just get started. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's release the right hand. Come back up through center. Once again, inhale, grow tall. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. You can stay right here or drop that right hand to the floor. This just lengthens that right side body. And if you'd like a little more stretch, the left hand can just get placed on the top of the head. You don't need to pull, just the weight of your hand will help open up that neck. Deep breath in, deep breath out, nice. Gently release the hands, come back up to center, roll through the shoulders, we'll go both directions. Roll them backwards and roll them forwards. All right, wiggle down into your sit bones. Inhale, lift the arms up tall like you've just woken up, stretching through the fingers, maybe sending your nose up towards the ceiling. And we're going to do a quick forward fold, coming down, palms on the ground. Release the forehead and the nose down towards the mat. And when you're bent over, if you roll your shoulder blades sort of down towards the floor, open up through that back body. Take a deep breath in. One more breath. Exhale. Let's roll up to sitting. Switch your feet, so whichever leg is crossed on top, we'll do the other side. Once again, wiggle, root down, sit bones to the ground. Inhale, reach up, stretch tall, and then stretch forward as we come down to the mat. Again, a few breaths here. Open up through the backs of the thighs. Open up through the upper back body. Feel that tension in your thighs release. Maybe your knees are holding some tension. You can let those go as well. One more breath. Let's exhale, rise up to sitting. We're gonna come forward into cat-cow. So if you roll forward, place your palms on the mat and readjust as necessary. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, the tops of your toes are right on the mat. And we'll start with little cat-cows. So pull your belly button down and your nose comes up. And other way, your spine lifts, belly button lifts. Tuck your chin and look down at your knees. Other way, we'll go up and down about 10 times. Finding some breath. It doesn't have to match your movements. Nice and slow. And as you feel the spine get warmed up, you can start to incorporate your shoulders and your tailbone and roll your hips a little more, just helping everything get loosened up and woken up. Place even pressure on your palms and your fingertips and just see what that feels like, trying to rebalance the pressure in your hands. And let's do 2 more. Really lift through the spine as if your belly button was lifting up towards the ceiling. And then as you pull your belly button down, you're trying to sort of touch your tailbone to your head. Nice. One more. Lift. And then roll the tailbone up, the belly comes down, the nose comes up. Beautiful. Back to center. Let's go side to side. So turn and look at your right hips. And gently over to your left hips. One more each side. Right. Feel that open through the left side body. Other side, right side body. Nice. Coming back to center. Go ahead, push back child's pose. Your bum comes over your heels. You can walk your fingertips out forward and your forehead comes to the floor. Find a deep breath here. I like to turn my palms up towards the ceiling. It stretches through the upper arms a little bit, but either palms down or palms up to you. All right. Inhale, come back to your tabletop, hands and knees. And we're going to thread the needle. So take your right palm, send it towards the ceiling, and send it under your left arm until your shoulder and your cheek kind of touch the floor. Nice. This left hand can get placed right by your head or out away from you. And gently pull your hips over to the right. You'll feel that low back body on the right side engage a little bit. You can stay here, or if you'd like, bring the left hand up towards the ceiling and it can drop down behind your back. Inhale, exhale. One more breath in. As you exhale, the left arm comes up and gets placed back by your head. Push up. And we'll do the other side. So the left hand sweeps under your right arm until you Just gently touch the ground. Twisted. The right hand can get placed on the mat next to your head or out diagonally, or swoop it up, drop it behind your back. If you've noticed that your hips are sort of pushed over to the right side, gently bring them back to the left. And breathe. One more breath in. Exhale that right arm up and back. Gently push back to tabletop. Send your hands out long. Open up through the knees. Press back, child's pose. Use your time here in this restful pose to really relax. Release through the backs of the legs. Release through the quads. Release through that low back and the upper back body. Nice. Coming up, tabletop. If your knees are splayed out, bring them back together. Send your palms out a little bit ahead of you. And we're going to come down all the way, chest to the floor. Bring your feet together in the back. Inhale, lift up into a nice little cobra or up dog. So cobra is a little bit lower to the floor. Your elbows are pinned down by your ribs. If you want to bring it all the way to up dog, straighten the arms, lift through the chest, maybe bring the nose up a little bit. Deep breath in. Nice. Notice how your breathing is different here. One last breath in. As you exhale, come back, child's pose. And from this child's pose, we're just going to walk the hands over to the right side. So you're kind of leaning over that right quad. And if you extend your left arm out as far as you can, sort of away from you diagonally, you'll open up through that left side rib cage. Let's come back to center. And we'll go over to the left side. So your belly is kind of on your left thigh, and the right hand reaches away from you. Open up through the right side ribs. Come back to center. From here, we're going to push up, tabletop, curl your toes under, come into your downward facing dog. Take some time here in your down dog, stretch out through the legs, bend one knee, then the other, send the hips side to side, however you like to get stretched out in your down dog. And we'll walk our feet forward towards our hands. When you get to the top of your mat, if you inhale, press your palms right above your knees and just lengthen through the spine like your crown of your head is coming away from your hips. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. If you would like to bend your knees a little bit, that takes some of the pressure off your hamstrings. Bend the knees, forward fold, relax, and then gently straighten the legs. Walk your fingertips over to the right side so you're looking at the outside of your right foot. Breathe over to the left side. You'll feel that slight stretch through your back and through your legs. Nice. Come to the center. We're just going to roll up to standing nice and slowly. Sort of stacking every little bone as you go on top of the bones underneath it. Rolling out through the shoulders when you get here. And let's take a moment in mountain pose. So your feet come gently together. Send your hips a wee bit forward, sort of tuck your tailbone under so your hips are kind of nice and square to the floor. Palms are open by the hips. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Open up through the clavicle. Your chin is just above, parallel to the floor. If you want to close your eyes, feel free. Lift up the toes. Find those sort of four corners of your feet. Get nice and balanced, good solid foundation, and you can replace the toes on the mat. And breathe here in this mountain pose. Soaking up any energy you need for the day from your feet or bringing it down from the sky. Excellent. Take one last breath here. Really enjoy it. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. And with your next inhale, we're going to lift out through the arms. And then your palms, I don't think you can see me, they come parallel like you're holding a block, a yoga block between your hands. So the palms aren't touching, they're just sort of parallel to each other. And what we're going to do from here is sit back into our Utkatasana, our chair pose. Nice. So you're sort of sitting back in an imaginary chair. And if your chest is sort of looking down at the floor, see if you can't lift your heart center. Send your heart center forward instead of down. Nice. And if you'd like, you can stay here or bring your palms to Anjali Mudra, our prayer pose. And you can stay here if you want, or if you want to take it one more step, we're going to twist, put the left elbow on the right knee, and look over to the wall on the right side. You can open the arms here if you'd like to. Exhale, let's come back to center. Back to our center chair pose. Other side. And if you're not twisting and you need to stand up and take a break, that's fine. Open up through the arms on the left if you'd like to. Breathe into the thighs. Let's come back to center. Go ahead, sort of stand up as you forward fold. Release the legs. Release the hands to the floor. Bend out through the knees, one knee then the other. Take a deep breath. Nice job. From here, let's wiggle the feet open a little bit to the sides of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift again. Press your palms just above your knees, straighten out through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. And you can just let it hang out here for a second. Maybe wiggle the hips side to side. Take a deep breath. We're going to roll up to standing from here. Maybe a micro bend in the knees will help you stand up nice and straight. All right. Inhale, the arms together. And if you take your hands and interlace your fingers, but keep your index fingers pointed and your thumbs out, we're going to do our swaying palm tree. So inhale, your fingers up tall. Exhale, tip over to the side. Inhale to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center, growing tall. Exhale, lean. We'll do this a couple of times. And your tree can sway as much or as little as you'd like it to, really, really far over or just a little far. We'll do both sides. This is a good place to start small. And as you get warmed up, sway a little farther. But every time, inhaling to center, growing tall, exhaling to sway. Nice. Let's do two more. Inhaling over to the side. Coming back to center. Exhale the arms down, and we'll twist. Gently letting the arms sort of dangle down towards the floor. And we're going to slow our twist. And as you slow, wrap your arms kind of around your hips. We're really, really slowing down here. This time, when you're on the right, just stay sort of twisted backwards and sideways. And then over to the left. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Open up through the feet a little more. Send your toes out sideways. And we're going to sit down into our rooster pose. Nice. If you need to sort of wiggle around and find a good place to squat, and you can keep your hands on the floor or press your palms together. Send your knees out wide. And just like with chair pose, if you feel like you're sort of tipped forward, lift the chest up, lift the heart center up, lift the chin up. Yeah. All right. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and lean back, make your way all to the floor. Send your legs out long, give them a wiggle. Deep breath in. Very simple forward fold, keeping your heart center pointed forward, your spine stays nice and long as you gently lean forward down towards your knees. So it's more like your belly button is meeting your thighs rather than your shoulders meeting your knees. If you can reach your toes, that's fine. If not, I'm not there today, you can just place your hands on the mat. Inhale, coming up. We're going to head to the floor, but to get there, we're going to do our boat pose. So, bringing your knees up in the air, starting with your heels here. And if you'd like, you can start with one leg and then the other. Or send your arms out, parallel to the floor, parallel to each other, keeping your knees bent. If you'd like to take it one more notch, lift through the feet. And exhale all the way to the floor. And relax when you get here. Take a deep breath in. Great. We're going to pick our feet up, put your feet on the floor so your knees are up in the air. Cross your right leg over your left leg. And then send both knees over to the left side. Arms go out long. Your gaze heads over towards your right shoulder in our nice spine twist. Really start to relax here. Let go of the hips. Let go of the ankles. Let go of the shoulders. Any place that's still holding tension. Nice. Let's come back to center. Uncross your legs, realign your spine if you need to, and we'll cross left leg over the right. Tip everything to the right side. Send your gaze out over the left shoulder. Close the eyes, start to relax through the hips and the shoulders. Relax through the low back. Find your breath and just start to feel everything melt slowly into the floor. Take one last deep breath in. Exhale, let's come back through center and take any last pose that you need to for the day. Maybe it's just windshield wipering out through the knees, side to side, Or grab a happy baby or a nice long stretch, whatever you'd like to do before making your way into Shavasana. With your spine nice and long and your palms up, down, your hands by your hips, feet gently relaxed open, close the eyes. And starting with your toes, feel all of the bones and the muscles and the capillaries gently letting go of any tension that they still hold. Make your way up your ankles, up your calves and into your thighs, just relaxing. The hips let go, the low spine lets go. Your rib cage relaxes, your shoulders and your elbows and your wrists relax. And let the tension from your cheeks and your eyebrows and your forehead disappear. And breathe here in Shavasana for as long as you'd like today, enjoying this restful pose. Breathe deep. Namaste.